Welcome, I'm Paul, and in this video I'll be explaining why I think that Robin is of no use to anyone aside his tribe. To begin, Nico Robin is one of the 3 people who can read points that we know. She learned how to read points at a young age due to having no friend on the island of Wara, and she also wanted to be an archaeologist just like her mother, Nico Olivia, who wasn't around for her. She was a fast learner, and with the help of her Delph for the Hana Nomi, she was able to spy on the professor of our island of Wahara, who were scholars who studied the voice century by reading the poneglyphs and indestructible block, which although not known who wrote them, recorded this true history of the world. And they also exist through poneglyphs, which when put together point to the last island of Laughter, where the One Piece is. Wahara was ultimately destroyed because of the knowledge they were able to uncover about the voice century, in which they found out about the Great Kingdom, which was wiped out by the current world government 800 years ago. This led to the island of Wahara being bursted and everyone seeing him being killed, except for Robin, who was able to escape, which is the sacrifice of Jaguar de Soy, former marine and former Admiral Kili Lesnar escape. She was chased after she escaped, where she went from one group to another, trying to survive. She had a 79 million berry bounty put on her at a young age and was labeled the devil child by the government. She ended up working for Crocodile, who was a warlord at the time. The goal was to find Pluton and get revenge on Whitebeard. We thought it was on Alabaster, but we now know that was false, and Robin recently confirmed that it was in fact in Wano. It was while working for Crocodile that she met Luffy, who rescued her and let her join his crew. All seemed well, but rowing pass was too much for the crew to handle at the time, and she ended up leaving the crew with CP0 to protect the crew. But Luffy didn't accept her leaving and went after her to Egyptian Island in his lobby, where we got the iconic "I want to leave" scene, and Luffy challenging the world government in order to save her. Although her distract succeeded and she rejoined the crew, just like Saul said, she found friends who helped her and associated her, and now she's free to pursue her goal to find out the history of the world and the voice century. The world government will be taken into custody, as we see in the recent chapters that the ODA'S are captured, but I think they are underestimating the Strawhat and Robin at the same time. She even took out Black Maria at Tobroko with the second head bounty of 480 million berries. The Strawhats are now a young couple and can be crossed lightly. Likewise, the same ring she used as she young will go through for the world government as well. And she wants to be up in more rich Laughter, who is in Luffy or the Strawhats. Robin driving first right now in the story is her dream. The Strawhats and also that joining together as a crew. Yonko are strong, but so is Luffy. Like my emotion also pointing out that people will be gunning for Robin as they get closer to the end of that journey. But she calmly said that her friends are strong, that line will be relevant. The other Yonko and pirates who want to find the One Piece will have to find other ways to read English, like the Three-Eyed Tribe, which we never met a full-blooded tribe member, only Pudding. Something I always ask is where Pudding's father, or where the Big Mom find him in the first place in order to have Pudding. Where do you guys think Pudding's father is? Let me know guess in the comments. That also brings up the question of why not use him instead to read English than have Pudding. Information about the road English isn't even known among the pirates. Roger only found out all the important point after I reached the last island the logbook points to, which is Low Star Island. So ultimately, I think Robin is safe. I don't think she gets captured again. That would be repetitive since we've done it before. In the previous arc, we went to rescue Sanji. Although Oda has the skills to make it good, I don't see it. Even if she does, she would rather die than help those who stand in the way of her captain's dream. Robin has an interesting role in the series because she has too much information about relevant plus points that it might slow the pace if she isn't around. And since ODA'S said they're about to finish the story, he's probably going to use her to move us fast towards the end. Thanks to anyone who watched to the end and liked, commented and subscribed. The audio sucks, I'm working on it, but if you want to know the Strawhat's new bounty, watch this next video.